G'day folks, it's Revan here, and well, we're doing a bit of a podcast tonight about regarding to World of Tanks related this time around. So we're just gonna be talking about the game, the community, and the game direction and everything that's been going on, and some rumors that's been happening. So stay tuned for this because we'll be curious to see how things go with this franchise. First and foremost, I want to start off with a light note saying Happy Father's Day to all our fathers around out there around the world. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there from Australia because this weekend, first weekend of September, it is Father's Day. So today is Sunday, it's Father's Day, the 3rd of September, and we had a wonderful time with friends and family. We had a great time with everyone out there. Friday night was fantastic, I have to say. So Friday night, just a bit of a recap. Well, Friday night we went to a function and we had a big feast with friends and family. It was great. It was a great outing. We had a good time. Everyone had a wonderful time getting together. It was well remembered and well received, I have to say. And everyone was enjoying themselves, and it was a great time where people would, mingle with each other. And honestly, from a very busy year and everything been going on, I'm just glad we had that opportunity. I really am. So I'm very, very happy that we had that opportunity to sit back, relax, and enjoy ourselves, definitely for sure. One of the biggest things that I will mention about it in this video, though, is that just to recap, one of my friends, a female streamer, had made an announcement not too long ago that she's going to be taking a break from streaming. Now, I will admit though, I was a bit surprised about this, but at the same time that I was reading the announcements and everything, that my friend, KJ, an Australian CC for World of Tanks Asia, or ANZ for short, he has tied the knot and got married in mid-August or early August, thereabouts. But here's a video to recap what was being said.
Well, to recap, I'll do it. Too long didn't read. I'm not going to be streaming for a while. I'm starting a full-time job on Monday, because streaming doesn't pay for shit anymore, and shit is expensive. And the second thing is I'm getting married.
And that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's really unfortunate though. KJ has made a point pretty much very clear though. And I understand that 100% because what she's going through, that the cost of living is ridiculous. It is pretty crap right now. I mean, it pretty much, if you're living on your own, it's a bit rough on you. But if you're living with a friend or living with your partner has to be working as well too, as well as your friend. So everyone has to be getting off their ass and working. So it's a bit rough right now, which is unfortunate. But I mean, like, this is the trying times of life nowadays. But it is what it is. So first and foremost, KJ, congratulations on your wedding, and congratulations for everything that you've been going through. I wish you well and all the best. And I want to say that I will miss you, definitely for sure, because I always enjoyed your streams. I always enjoyed catching up with you. But at the same time, though, it makes sense on the why that you had to take a break from streaming. And it's good that you found yourself a full-time job, and I hope things work out well for you in the near future. But I just hope that you will find the time and the opportunity to catch up with us in the near future for sure. But yeah, so basically me and my friends were wondering what's going on within the World Tanks community as such. There has been a bit of a strange thing going on within the franchise, I have to say. A lot of weird decisions been made. And some decisions that we have seen in the game so far has been either good or either bad. And well, I try and take the good, to be honest with you, but there's a lot of things been going on, and it has been a little bit rough lately. So we'll soon see how the game goes from now on. The franchise itself, it feels like it's been being carried by the art department. The game itself looks a lot better than it was before. It looks fantastic, and I really love it now. You know, World Tanks is fun and engaging. It's new, it's different. The maps look so much clearer, sharper, and better than it was before. There's a lot of things there that I felt that was, you know, pretty awesome to have in the long term. And honestly, World Tanks is still an interesting game, a fun game to play, and it still can be. But Wargaming most recently made some poor decisions, and some of the decisions that they have made has put us on a bit of a back burner, because like, I don't know what their stance is on the franchise or anything like that nowadays, but it just feels like that this new manager that came in, I don't know who this person is that well or anything like that, but one of the community managers of World Tanks most recently resigned and moved on. And it was a bit of an eye-opening game changer for pretty much most of the streamers as such. And there has been some internal changes as well too. Like for example, some of the Wargaming staff were being laid off, and there's been massive, you know, changes within the World of Tanks community as well too. Like a lot of moderators have been stepped down as well, and the forums as such and the community as such for that, they're talking about, you know, shutting down the web-based forums for World Tanks. That's based on a rumor at the moment at this stage. The other thing I've heard as well too, that they are restructuring or re-evaluating the CC program for World Tanks. So that's actually kind of like a bit of a scary thought right now with everything going on. And, you know, I can tell that some of the streamers that I've spoken to, that I've, you know, watched them how they stream the game nowadays, they try to enjoy themselves playing the game at the moment at this stage, and they are finding it very hard at this moment. It just feels like that Wargaming for World Tanks has delivered a very low blow on the franchise right now, and the Asia and Southeast Asia ANZ community are feeling it, that they really are. The funny thing is that if you have had a look on the Southeast Asia, or anything to do with ANZ Twitch community, if you look at it in terms of like the main channels, well, sad to say this, but there's no official streams been happening there. It looks pretty, you know, pretty much gone. So on the main community there, it's just like everything's gone dead silent, very quiet, and there's nothing happening. So I was just actually stunned. And some of the decision making that was being made by Wargaming was really questionable, that's funny for sure. One of them, which I didn't quite agree with it, I really did not, and that was like how they were going to let people use their own channels for certain things. But I will admit though, I was actually very surprised that they stopped doing tournaments or anything like podcasting, things like that, that has been building a bit of a team bonding or anything like that for the community. And it has been fun, don't get me wrong, because the community was thriving based on that. So I was just really very surprised that World Tanks has changed a lot in the Asia and ANZ region. So hopefully things will get better. At the moment, it looks completely fucked at the moment right now. It's just like very bad luck, you know, with everything going on. And I really do hope for the best in the near future, definitely for sure. But it's just a real shame that we are seeing this trend right now. And yeah, I just felt sorry for everyone who's going through with it right now. So it is what it is though. But yeah, it's a bit of a rough patch for the World of Tanks community right now. But I will admit though, in going forward though, that the community is still good. I mean that it's kind of weird that you've been told that you're only allowed to be streaming on your own official channel and not the World of Tanks main channel. You see, what I think about that is that when you're hosting the franchise on the main World Tanks channel, I'm thinking automatically that you are having an interactive session where you got everybody across the globe joining together, watching this podcast or whatever it is, and you see hundreds and hundreds of viewers spread across onto one channel, in comparison to just like these streamers in general that have their own channels, but there's nothing really happening, which is ridiculous. Like Wargamers is saying, no, we don't want anything to be hosted on or streamed on the main channel, but you can do it anything you want on your own channels. It's like, what the hell? So it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I'm a bit disappointed with it. I really am. But it is what it is. You know, the funny thing is that I have been thinking about applying to become a CC for World Tanks Asia / ANZ community, but it just feels like something's not right at the moment there, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a miss for now. But I'm actually curious to see how this pans out, because like some of the streamers that I had spoken to, some of them who had been in a CC program for World Tanks for quite some time, think that Wargaming could one day maybe remove everyone from the CC program for World Tanks, and for Asia that is, and Southeast Asia region, and only keep a bare minimum, or just those who are not meeting the bare minimum requirements, just like, you know, being told not happening, not having this happen, you know, kind of thing. Which is, I don't know, it just feels weird with everything going on. It really does at this stage, and I feel mixed about the whole thing. I really do. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, the way I see it is that the franchise is still around. Okay, so the franchise is still good. The people do matter the most. It's not about the company as such. I mean, like, the company may be doing all these, you know, free giveaways or content or wherever it is, but the streamers who are streaming this content are doing it out of their own pure love and hobby for the franchise. So it's just been interesting how things are panning out at this stage, with what Wargaming is doing. So I don't know, man. It's just like the whole thing sounds pretty fucked in the moment right now. But for now, folks, we're just gonna keep an eye on it and see how things pan out. I know some of my friends who are in the who have been streaming the game, having fun on the game and everything, are getting hurt by it at the moment, and I'm just hoping for the best for them. I really am, and I just hope that despite everything that we've been seeing and everything, I just pray and hope that the Wargaming staff would change their minds about how things have been promoted and stuff, and make the game thrive again. So doesn't make sense to, well, dismiss a community, that's for sure. So there's a bit of a rough moment with everything going on, that's for sure. But yeah, look, in all seriousness though, folks, I mean, like, let's just hope for the best, and we'll definitely keep you up to date with everything and see how it pans out in the near future. But stay safe, take care, and we'll definitely wait and see how things are going. But yeah, we'll see. We will see.